Hello everyone and welcome back to Haven Park. I'm Max with Chachi.
Good evening.
So, last we left off, we were improving Grandma's park, and trying to figure out how to get to a part that's been closed off by a landslide. We just unlocked
Workshop. Or marketplace,
yes.
That's what it is.
Oh, lots of money. Now we don't. That's okay. We can sell some of these many mushrooms we have.
Not all of them.
Nope. Alright, I think that's probably good.
You know, I just thought about something. You need the mushrooms as a component for,
Accidentally started moving. Gotta remember what the buttons are.
for electronic devices, right? Like, stereos and that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that is a reference to Metal Gear Solid 3? Let me explain.
Yes, please do, because...
In Metal Gear Solid 3, there is a leg of the game, not a very long one, where you go through a poorly lit cave. In that cave are bioluminescent mushrooms. They glow green. And, I think...
We found all of Santa's gifts. Merry Christmas.
I think it might be Sigint, or maybe Paramedic. Either way, one of Naked Snake's handlers talks to him about how bioluminescence works and what the mushrooms are about and whatnot. And he says, "So you think if I ate one of these mushrooms, it would recharge my flashlight battery?" Like, no, Snake, what are you talking about? And then if you do it. And only if you do it after you have that conversation, eating those mushrooms will recharge your flashlight battery. And then you can call them back and be like, "It worked!" What do you mean, what worked? I ate a glowing mushroom and it recharged my battery. And they're like, I don't know. It just sprung to mind just now.
We have found a shipwreck.
I must have been working on that mentally for a week. At least we're not thinking about Action Park. More like Traction Park. Hello, Malik.
Hey, Malik.
If you're curious about Action Park, you're gonna have to look it up, because it's not there anymore. Finally.
There is an achievement for going as far north in the water as you can. Let's go!
We're gonna get eaten by a shark.
Entirely possible. There we go. Swim to the northmost part of the sea. That's it.
No, Naren, the rip line was a coincidence. That was a camp, I think.
Also, hey, Naren.
Both extremely funny if you didn't have to be involved. Although, as far as I know, nobody actually got fed to the rip line, so at least it didn't have a body count. Oh man, Action Park. Where do we... Do I have dispensation to discuss Action Park?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just building stuff here.
So let me just get some reference material here.
Tiki bar. We're gonna make this place fancy.
So, Action Park was a... I know it was at least partly a water park.
Ferris wheel.
Was it also... Oh, Jesus. Alright. Good luck, everyone. It was an amusement park and water park. Okay. It was built in New Jersey in Vernon Township. And apparently shared some grounds with the Vernon Valley Ski Resort. Originally opened to the public in 1978 under the ownership of Great American Recreation. It is now defunct, unsurprisingly. It featured 3 separate attraction areas: the Alpine Center, Motor World, and Water World. The latter was one of the first modern American water parks, which I didn't realize until just now. I must have blanked that part out every time I read or heard about this.
Let's put a pool by the by the ocean.
Yeah, you know, to get a little bit of salt in your chlorine, a little bit of chlorine in your salt. Don't think about that one too hard. Action Park was extremely popular.
We can swing.
But it had a reputation for poorly designed rides, undertrained and underaged staff, intoxicated guests and staff, and a consequently poor safety record. That is really a vast understatement. At least 6 people are known to have died as a result of mishaps on rides at the park, according to Wikipedia. There are perhaps more that I can't remember. Healthcare workers and local residents had nicknamed the place Traction Park, Accident Park, Class Action Park, and Friction Park. Little effort was made by state regulators to address these issues, in spite of the park's history of repeat violations. GAR's management resorted to illegal financial schemes to keep itself solvent, which led to indictments of its executives, some of whom, like its founder Gene Mulville, pled guilty to some charges. In its later years, personal injury lawsuits led to the closure of increasing numbers of rides and eventually the entire park in 1986. 2 years later, the resort developer IntraWest announced the purchase of the majority of the Vernon Valley ski area, including Action Park and other real estate that could be developed that was owned by GAR. The park was overhauled, including an extensive renovation and repair of attractions, especially those which were deemed either outright unsafe or inappropriate relative to IntraWest's vision of the park, with some being removed entirely. This was later rechristened the Mountain Creek Water Park. Class Action Park. Yeah, there's a number of documentaries about it. Hey, Rune.
Hey, Rune.
Take a second here. I'm going to shout out our friend. I have to reach over because I'm also looking at Wikipedia. There we go. Okay.
There might be a wreck of a plane on the mountaintop.
Oh, goodness.
The Yellow Baron.
God, this is a long Wikipedia article. Okay. In 1976, Eugene Mulvihill, and his company, Great American Recreation, the owners of the recently combined Vernon Valley Great Gorge ski area in Vernon Township, New Jersey, wanted to make money during the summer off-season. Following the example of other ski areas, they opened a 2,700-foot alpine slide down one of the steep ski trails. That is, for people who are using the metric system, 820 meters. For the summer of 1978, Mulvihill added 2 water slides and a go-kart track, and named the collection of rides the Vernon Valley Summer Park. Action Park was formally opened on July 4th of that year. with 2 opening day promotions: a Dolly Parton look-alike contest and a tobacco juice spitting contest.
Classy!
I mean, nothing wrong with looking like...
It's more the tobacco one.
Right. In 1979, we're doing fine, Rune. Thank you so much for visiting. I don't mean to distract from this, but it is once you get going, it's like watching a train wreck.
I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm finding Santa Claus.
Finding Father Christmas.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Because we found all of his presents.
He's up in
here.
some village.
He's right here.
Yeah, here he is.
Yeah. Had to find my way to get up. I found the gifts! Whoa! Well done! As a reward, you can now build Christmas trees in any of your camps. Really? Awesome! The campers will be happy. Here is a little something for you. Merry Christmas, my little Flint. Thank you, Santa. Merry Christmas to you, too. That was enough experience to get us to the max level.
Not dang.
Now we can buy the rest of more mushroom, food, more fabric. Skills get. They're not a very long yet.
Tinker and a tailor, but as far as we know, not a soldier. Not a spy? Question mark? Never really be too sure about this shifty little egghead. If you get that one, well done. Oh yes, in 1979, more water slides and a deep water swimming pool, as well as tennis courts and a softball field, were added to what became known as the Water World section of the park. By the following year, Motor World had been carved out of swamplands the ski area owned across State Route 94. Combined, the park's 250 acres, or about 100 hectares, formed one of North America's earliest modern water parks. It evolved into a major destination, with 75 rides, 35 of which were motorized, self-controlled rides, and 40 water slides.
Whew.
Gene didn't want to do the same old shit where you just get strapped into something or it twirls around. Andy Mulvihill, later the park's head lifeguard, recalls of his father's philosophy in creating Action Park. He wanted to take the idea of skiing, which is exhilarating because you control the action, and transfer it to an amusement park. There's inherent risk in that, but that's what makes it fun. Action Park's most successful years were in the early and mid-1980s, because most rides were still operating and the park's dangerous reputation had not yet developed. In 1982, 2 guests died at the park within a week of each other, leading to the permanent closure of one ride. In spite of this, people continued to come in massive numbers. The park's fortunes began to turn with 2 deaths in the summer of 1984. Shoutouts to your 1984 babies. And the legal and financial problems that stem from the ensuing lawsuits. A state investigation of misconduct in the leasing of state land to Action Park led to a 110-count grand jury indictment against the 9 related companies that ran the park and their executives for operating an unauthorized insurance company. Many took pre-trial intervention to avoid prosecution. Gene Mulvihill pled guilty that November to 5 insurance fraud-related charges.
Oh.
Let's see, what else can we say that's funny here? No, we're just going straight into the next paragraph. No need to skip. Action Park entertained over 1 million visitors per year during the 1980s, with as many 12,000 coming on some of the busiest weekends. Park officials said this made the injury and death rate statistically insignificant. Nevertheless, the director of the emergency room at a nearby hospital said they treated from 5 to 10 victims of park accidents on some of the busiest days, and the park eventually bought the township extra ambulances to keep up with the volume. In September 1989, GAR negotiated a deal with International Broadcasting Corporation that would result in the sale of Vernon Valley Great Gorge and Action Park for $50 million. IBC later backed out of the deal, feeling the site was not suitable for their needs upon further inspections of the properties. In the September of 1991, GAR petitioned the Township Committee to put a referendum on the November ballot that, if passed, would have legalized the operation of games of skill and chance at Action Park, aka gambling. The effort failed because only 643 of the 937 signatures on the petition came from registered voters. A few rides were closed and dismantled due to costly settlements and rising insurance premiums in the 1990s, and the park's attendance began to suffer as a recession early in that decade reduced the number of visitors. Action Park was still advertised as the world's largest water park. In early 1995, GAR operated Vernon Valley Great Gorge and Action Park with no liability insurance.
Woo!
New Jersey did not require it, and GAR found it more economical to go to court than purchase liability insurance, since they relied on their own self-insurance. However, they ultimately purchased liability insurance from Evanston Insurance Company in May of that year.
Here we go! Here we go! Woo!
There he goes! See, it's topical.
Action Park!
Attraction Park! However, let's see, Evanston Insurance Company, to cover Action Park and the skiing facilities. As 1995 progressed, GAR's financial woes continued to accumulate. The First Fidelity Bank, who lent $19 million to GAR and some 15 other connected corporations, filed suit against them in an effort to begin the process of foreclosing on the debt owed to them. Law firms owed money for services rendered between 1991 and 1993 also began filing suit. As November approached, GAR negotiated a deal with Noramco Capital Corporation and the Pradium Fund of CS First Boston, in which they would purchase the debt owed to First...
Explain.
Yeah, there it is.
We don't need that experience.
Yeah,
It's just still neat.
It's nice to have. Don't worry about it.
If there's no bones, he probably just wandered away.
Something gobbled him up, bones and all. Or in the mountains.
True.
Right, on the subject of grievous bodily injury, let's continue. Let's see, the Pradium Fund of CS First Boston, in which they would purchase the debt owed to First Fidelity, temporarily fending off an impending foreclosure. In February of 1996, happy 28th anniversary, the creditors who had taken on GAR's $14 million debt petitioned to force it into bankruptcy. GAR filed for Chapter 11 protection that following March, but remained optimistic that they could regain their financial footing within a year. Okay. Oh, here we are. This is the cave where we're going to learn about glowing mushrooms.
Talk about this mine. What did she used to say?
Well, we got to go rough her up and interrogate her. There we go. Glowing mushrooms.
For the lyrics of the lullaby. And like, mountains stop crying, the greedy ones are leaving, it's now time to rest, sleep tight little mountain, you shine again. Perhaps tomorrow someone wise will find your stolen heart. Yes, that's it, the heart of the mountain, stolen by the miners. Poor mountain, I'll find your heart. That seems like...
That's a metaphor. But you were saying...
No trespassing. I'm going. Nothing to see here.
Fuck the police.
Hey, stop!
Ooh. On Labor Day of 1996, Action Park launched a website where visitors could find information about rides, directions to the park, lodging, and enter a lottery for park tickets. Let's see.
Oh.
They remained optimistic that Action Park would open as expected on June 14th in the summer of 1997, in spite of massive layoffs at the end of the previous ski season. The opening date was pushed back 2 weeks and then into mid-July. On June 25th, GAR announced the cessation of all of the operations, including Action Park. Let's see. So that's sort of a whistle-top tour of how Action Park began and ended. Let's talk about the attractions.
Oh, hey, who are you? I'm the wagon operator. What do you do? I operate the wagon. I mean, what do you do here? Work here? Mine was abandoned years ago. What? The only one left. Seriously? They never tell me anything. That's why the lunch break was taking so long. Anyway, can I use this wagon? Sure, but I think it needs some oil. Wheels are rusty. Probably some lying around here somewhere.
Yeah, I do remember Alec Guinness being pretty good in that filming of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Let's see. Right, the attractions. So the Action Park Gladiator Challenge is, I suppose, possibly
American Gladiator parody.
The first
oh, a boat.
one.
How did you get here?
Usual way.
Why not investigate it?
Nothing unusual about it.
Nothing unusual about a boat in a mine.
Let's see. So they opened this ride, which I presume, based on the fact that it opened a few years after Park did, it's just here first alphabetically. This attraction allowed guests to compete against other guests in an obstacle course and against park employed gladiators in jousting matches. Former bodybuilders Michael and Vince Mancuso designed the attraction, and the employees against whom guests would compete in jousting matches were found by scouting local gyms. The matches could lead to real violence. On one occasion, a guest who felt the gladiator he contended against had been too rough, striking him frequently on the head with the padded end of his pugil stick, returned to the attraction with some of his friends in an effort to exact retribution.
Oh!
The gladiator...
Oh, lava!
What the shit? Anybody talking about the active volcanism going on here?
No. It looks fine. It just seems to be as fast as the minecart goes.
No, you're just having a nice time. How'd you get? So yeah, this guy was like rounding up his buddies and said, "We're gonna go kick that gladiator chump's ass." Gladiator called in support of his own, and eventually a brawl involving several dozen people broke out. The police had to be called in to restore order.
Some people just see a fight and go, "Yeah, okay." The minecart ride. Place is deep. I want to see what's...
Oh boy, the Alpine Slide.
Oh, this is a guitar that I can play, apparently.
This is one of the ones I know about. So the Alpine Slide descended the mountain between one of this area's chairlifts, which provided guests access to the top of the slide. Riders sat on small sleds that only had a brake or accelerator control stick and rode down the slide in long chutes built into the slope. The ride, and more specifically the sleds, became notorious for causing injury. The stick that was supposed to control the sled's speed in practice offered just two options on the infrequently maintained vehicles: extremely slow, and a speed described by one former employee as "death awaits." The chutes in which the sleds traveled were made of concrete, fiberglass, and asbestos, which led to serious abrasions on riders who took even mild falls. The tendency of guests to ride in bathing suits made the problem worse. The path underneath the chairlift resulted in verbal harassment and spitting from passengers going up for their turn. Guests riding the lift would also often knock the sleds off, slowing down operations as employees had to retrieve them. This slide was the site of the first fatality at the park in 1980. An individual who had previously been a ski lift operator at Vernon Valley was thrown from the slide when his car jumped the track, and we'll leave out the rest of those details. He perished after several days in a coma. Action Park said that Larson was an employee. It was nighttime and also raining when the accident happened. They also said that as an employee, his death did not need to be reported to state regulators.
You don't say.
Here's what Bruno was talking about. In the 2020 documentary Class Action Park, the victim's mother and brother said that was incorrect, accusing park management of using the story of the individual being an employee previously to get out of having to report death. Had state inspectors looked at the site, employees said years later, they would have seen that rocks there, which they had told the park to remove on an earlier visit, remained. Eventually, they put hay bales at the curbs in order to attempt to cushion the impact of guests who sledge jumped the track.
Yeah, sure.
I can still go on. Like, this section alone is, like, it's a 2-page thing just on the Alpine slide.
I don't know why I'm pressing. I guess I'm making them chime.
Yeah. Oh, there was a Transmobile. Congratulations, everybody. Trans rights.
Trans rights at Action Park. Woo!
God. All right, now we're getting into some of the other rides. The super speed boats were set up in a small pond known by park staff to be heavily infested with snakes. They could be driven around a small island at 35 to 40 miles per hour, or 56 to 64 kilometers per hour. Unlike the land vehicles at the park, no way was known to tamper with them and increase their speed. But many riders nonetheless used them to play bumper boats, and one seriously inebriated rider had to be rescued by the attendant lifeguard after he was capsized following a collision. The water world. Let's talk about the Cannonball Loop. In 1983, just check in on the chat. Yeah, hay scrapes and plant fibers and all that. Oh, shoot, Medibot, hello!
Hey, Medibot! I'm lost and Chachi's enjoying reading about Action Park.
Right, everybody loves to hear about Action Park. Maybe I should be less busy reading about it, but like I said, it's like potato chips. You can't read just one mortifying incident.
Trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be going.
Does perhaps that lift over there have to do anything? Oh wait, how do you get to it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it looks like I might, like...
Seems like you have to fall into that specific spot from above, but...
Yeah, like you can... There's that, but I can't make that jump. Close, but I can't quite.
Caves are very cool. Yes. I like them a lot. If you've never been to Carlsbad Caverns out in New Mexico, I greatly endorse it. If you don't know where New Mexico is, that's fine. You're probably not a U.S. citizen. Or maybe you are a U.S. citizen and just...
One way only. Don't
live in New Mexico and have crappy geography class. So many of us do. But it's cool. It's a nice cave. I like it. There you go. Did it.
Yeah, but... No, I don't seem to be able to do anything here.
Ooh.
Aside from glitch.
Aside from a powerful maneuver. Oh, you don't have to touch these in order, do you?
No idea. I think I came in here before I was supposed to.
Is there a way to leave? Is there a way to...
Okay, here we go, here we go.
That's something.
What button do I need to push to get out of here?
Device will move. It's true.
Alright. Puzzle solved.
Say what you will, but Medibot is I think a botanist and a marine biologist, and I think that also makes you a geologist by extension. I'm pretty sure.
Need to pull that up.
I'm pretty sure that's how the math works out.
Angles are... It's hard to judge distance when you're...
There are camps in the mine? Or
moving it forward and backward. If I move it up.
this one has me slightly flummoxed.
Yeah. Like, this is... oh, there we go. Just holding up on it.
I see.
It'd be nice if there was some control option.
Yeah, a tooltip would have out there.
Okay, I think... Oh, that's way too tall. There we go.
It's true. For the price of 60,000 American dollars, I will give you a worthless degree. Just like many actual universities. Ho ho! That's depressing, actually. Let's all think about the Cannonball Loop together. In 1983,
Alright.
GAR built an enclosed water slide called the Cannonball Loop with a complete vertical loop at the end, similar to that of a roller coaster. The resulting slide, called the Cannonball Loop, was so intimidating that employees have reported they were offered $100, or equivalent to $283,2023, to test it. An individual who described himself as one of the idiots who took the offer said $100 did not buy enough booze to drown out the memory of riding it. The slide was only open for a month in 1985 before it was closed at the order of the state's Advisory Board on Carnival Amusement Ride Safety, a highly unusual move at the time. One worker told a local newspaper that there were too many bloody noses and back injuries from riders. Some early riders came back with lacerations to their bodies. When the ride was closed to determine what had caused them, people were probably going to want to brace themselves for this one. Teeth that had been knocked out of previous riders were found lodged in the interior walls of the slide.
Jesus!
A former Navy physician found that riders were experiencing as much as 9 Gs of acceleration as they went through the loop.
Ranger, stop! Hello? Who are you? I'm Talia, Guardian of the Mountain. Command you to leave, greedy miner. What? Not a miner. I'm a miner. Oh, they're all gone. Mine was abandoned. I'm here to find the heart of the mountain. You know where it is? I put it behind this passage years ago, safe from all the people trying to steal it. But unfortunately, the spirit of the mountain has condemned the access. Even I can't reach it anymore. Only someone smart and wise will be able to enter. See?
And cool and handsome.
By the way, love your mask. Aw, thanks, I made it myself. Yeah, all you have to do is touch all of it.
Smart and wise indeed. Hey, we found cash back here. And a crystal shard from Kirby 64. The crystal shards.
The heart of the mountain. I found it. It's so shiny. Let's find out where to put it. We already found where to put it. I'm doing everything backwards. Stuff. Mountain we go. So, yes, where the heart of the mountain is supposed to go. Okay. Let's fix you, mountain. You've been waiting too long for this.
Alright, and now we open the portal to Ripple Star.
And now the volcano erupts.
Oh, that's the next one. Not there yet.
Wow, it's beautiful. Hello? You did well, stranger. Because of your kindness, the mountain now breathes again. Accept these coins as a token of gratitude.
If this is not
Now be on your way.
an absolutely sinful amount, I'm going to be annoyed.
100 coins.
Okay, that's fairly.
And we can now build crystals.
Oh my god, a crystal attraction.
How the fuck do I get out of here?
Really stuck. I think you can just pause and say leave the mountain, right?
There's gotta be a way out proper.
Let's see.
Leave mine, okay. We've done what we needed to. Leave.
Let's.
That's good programming. We were on our way to find Grandma.
Yeah, but then you found a cool mine.
Yeah. I'm easily distracted. I'm,
I get it. If anybody watching this live or via VOD who can hear my voice has not seen the 2004 animated Christmas film Tokyo Godfathers, I highly recommend and endorse the 2004 animated Christmas film Tokyo Godfathers. I do want to know, though, how exactly those two metal I-beams wound up in that ruined cottage? It's like, you don't really do that in cottages.
Okay, I'm up here now. Warning, dangerous path ahead. You don't say. So these are firefly lanterns. I only have had one firefly. I need more, but not dark yet. I think I spent all of nighttime in the mine.
You force the day-night cycle?
Where I was looking for Grandma.
Funny, or should take at least long enough for the sun to go down.
Maybe.
Maybe you're just too good at video games. Maybe we'll be done in 5
Treasure.
minutes. Treasure!
Grandma.
Are you okay? We hear there was an incident with a reindeer.
Wrong season.
By a little bit, come on.
Grandma! At church.
Good, now we can save our game. Go tackle the nefarious fiend Baramos.
Really am proud of you. I have to end here. Have to. Look. Everything is exactly where brave. You've always been. Huh? Bye, Flint. Bye, Grandma. Beautiful day is about to start. She was dead the whole time.
She's trained in the art of Zui fighting. She had to go and handle that Bomba Clot Frieza. Mash him up.
Doodly. My mom and my grandma.
You pronounce that Dudley.
Doodly.
I know, I'm just kidding.
So that's the main game.
Now, however, there's more stuff to mess around with.
Hot air balloon.
Yes, to be completely in the mercy of the elements.
Except you. I guess it's meant to be easier for getting around. B to leave.
So what have you christened your chariot?
And hot air balloon. Do you like the park? Yes, it's beautiful. Pilgrim Peak is so peaceful. Favorite camp? Hey, aren't you the grandson of the park ranger? Yes, indeed. My grandma took care of this park for many years. Sure. Now I'm taking over. Big responsibility. No, I'm feeling more confident about this. Good. So the park's in good hands. Right hungry! Put an ice cream.
Do it.
You want ice cream? Climb the mountain. There are places like that.
How do you mean?
Where there's like restaurants at top of a mountain.
That's true.
I read about one recently where they actually ask the people coming to bring water with them, like several jugs of water.
Sort of hard to pipe it all that way up.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, Spency Crystal.
I'm thinking back to last week when my attention was drifting slightly, and you said the word pergola, and I thought you said pergola. Very, very different words.
Very different, yes. We haven't found all the camps yet. We've got 83% of the camp maintained. And we have no idea where that kid we were playing hide and seek with went.
Same way as the Yellow Baron at this rate.
We have a nice pebble.
Sick. Love to pick up a cool rock.
Okay, so it looks like upper left is the last place we haven't found. Find it. Guessing it's that one. Lighthouse. Well, I'm guessing I'm going down there.
Ta-da!
I have got so much metal now.
What can you do with it? Food truck? That probably takes a ton of metal.
Yeah. Alright, food truck right here. Come on, play a quiz. You answer right, you get 10 coins. Answer wrong, you lose 10 coins. Sure, let's try it. Start with an easy one. The park contains a rare flower. Where does it grow? In the snow. Oh, I see. It's keep doing quizzes.
Tired.
Yep, there you go. Now you have a place to rest. Emperor's arrived. Out of wood!
Trees over there are looking pretty defenseless.
I wish.
Jesus! I was expecting you to contradict me at least.
I mean, it'd be an easy way to,
Yeah.
get the wood you need. Fireworks. Torch.
Oh, that's got some wood.
No, not allowed. Fabric. Oh, not mushroom. Flowers are the same color as the mushroom. This.
We.
Ooh, is having a bad day. Wood! One of wood. Over here. Ah. We've made it back to where we started today.
I think your hot air balloon has that remote summoning feature that definitely doesn't, like, crash into airplanes and children and whatnot.
I don't think so.
Good luck finding it again.
And I have to walk all the way back around. Let's see. What achievements remain?
Know anything about Max is that she loves a Chibo.
Yes. Finish all the quests, light 5 firefly lanterns, and spend a week in the park. So, I'm going to need to wait for it to be nighttime, or find out how to make it nighttime. I don't think I can. Fix the rest of the park, find whoever I was playing hide and seek with, and just let time pass. And I don't think people are going to want to watch me run around aimlessly for another hour.
What do you have in mind, then?
I don't have a clue.
Some idea.
I was expecting this to take a bit longer.
Escape.
Walk, go all the way back around, and
The other around, I see.
yeah. Let's see if we can get decorations while we're here. We have coin. Easy decorations. I only have 4 wood. Hey, have we met before? Hi, not that I remember. It's weird. Strong feeling that I know you. Maybe in another life. Probably.
There's no place to have fun. You got a food truck, a little swimming hole,
Alright.
the actual
Oh,
ocean.
50 coins. What's the name of the plane that crashed? Yellow Baron. More coins. Collect.
Sun's starting to go down.
Let's see. I have no idea what the symbols mean. I'm guessing found camp. Or no, because I've. Okay, so maybe it's completed the campsite?
Seems like.
Or repair everything in the area, most likely. What was the campfire? Or was the fire?
Good question. You can't just select one of these with, like, the confirm button and go there, can you?
Have to find your way there. Slowly but surely. Inch by inch.
Oh, Niagara Falls! So while you're walking, maybe we can talk about plans for the future. So, what do you think you want to get done as far as broadcasting? We are still quite early in the...
Yeah, I don't know. I am doing a personal challenge of trying to beat a game for every letter of the alphabet from my Steam backlog. They're A to Z, not necessarily doing them in order. This is actually one of my H games. I picked out earlier at the end of last year a couple of games for each letter, so that I could go, okay, I feel like doing this one more than that one. And just made a list of possibilities. So what I'll probably end up doing is just working through that. I've done some of them off stream. I definitely just do not have the time to do that many games on stream.
Unless they were pretty short.
Yes. Even then, like...
It's half the year.
Yeah. So it'd be 2 streams per game. Alright, so on our way back. I think the sun's finally going down. A lot of stuff is respawned.
Do you think that you consider taking a subset of the games that you're considering and putting them up for...
Maybe. Depends on, if I'm undecided at a time. 'Cause usually that would be my vote when I vote, as in, I've got a couple of games I want to play, but not sure which one I want to do first. So I don't know. What about you?
Well, you need to invest in a new streaming rig.
Yes.
Ours is...
We've had it pretty much since before we started streaming, so it's getting up there. Down, son.
7 years old. I would like to try and get together the creative juices to finish a couple of the alerts and things that I would like to make for the stream. You know, just if for no other reason than to say that I did them. Add a little bit of variety to the broadcast. Obviously, we're not a big deal, so this is more for personal edification than profit. But it's nice to get one of those. I would like to get through a couple of more Ace Combat games.
Of course.
I feel like that's doable, provided, of course, that I can ever figure out how the hell to finish Metal Max 3.
That's the sticking point, is that it is a long game.
I feel like we've got to be getting decently far through. Just have to figure out how to progress the plot. We're sort of meandering at this point, but that's a Sunday.
There you are.
We'll sort it out before
Firefly
that
yet.
day rolls around. Probably I would also like to... I think the general trajectory is going to be finish Metal Max 3, play Ace Combat 5, and then have a little break in between Ace Combat 5 and the next one. After that, I would probably do Way campaign in Kessen 2, since Shu is the one you start with. But it would be funny to... Guy.
Wandering around.
Go to sleep. Punk. All that far away from the campsite. Yeah.
I honestly have no idea. It's very easy to get lost here. This is where I want it to be. One more Firefly. I have enough to... At least once I find them.
Another thing that I'd like to try, though it's going to require a little bit of courage and a little bit of guidance probably, is I would like to try collaborating with somebody at some point. We have a lot of friends that we've gained through this hobby, and a decent number of them broadcast themselves, and it'd be nice to actually join party.
Yeah. And I remember when we did some, like, our Pokemon race. That was a lot of fun. Like the randomizer race.
Yeah, you raced it with Tia, didn't you?
Stove and Frost. I believe Tia was, like, the host?
Yeah. Stove and Frost. Oh, wait. The fires can run out of wood?
Oh, you can just...
Got a notification that the Black Tower fire ran out of wood.
Oh, man, maybe it does then. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Let him freeze.
Okay, so you do have to restock it. Interesting. But it lasts a long time.
That is at least.
Yeah.
And now that you have, a lot more money coming in, it's not quite so difficult to acquire lots of fuel.
Mm-hmm. Big and bulky. Well, let's pick something bigger and bulkier. No. This area is kind of hard to work with.
Yeah, the slopes are troublesome.
False. Yeah, because I've got this area. It does not let me put anything there.
It's true. Nobody has ever stuck a torch on an incline before. Not actually possible.
Oh, they're going off. Look at them.
Huh.
Should have checked abandoned mill, but I think so I think the tent means the campsite is complete. At Willow's Beach is the only one that's not.
Lindsay.
His way is just around the outside.
I think another thing I'd like to do explore some games that are a little outside my comfort zone.
As?
So recently, Danny mentioned the game Hylics, and another friend of ours, Torpid Typist, speaks really highly of it. As does like Lola the Puzzler and one. Oh, this island is shaped like a hand. So, you know, maybe I'll try that, depending on how long it is. That is, as I understand it, an RPG. Right, so... Hey!
Get back here!
No clip is a cheat.
There we go. Alright, I think that's all the fireflies I needed. Ooh! Got plenty of everything. Plenty. They're gonna wake up and there's suddenly a tiki bar here.
Don't see the problem.
Everyone.
It's 2 up 2. Or do you mean? Elephant?
Nope.
Yeah.
We're all done. Okay. And yeah, it was that one. Is there a way to know if another will?
Okay, so the flame icon then must mean that the fire is currently lit.
Yes, lit or stocked. Let's see. Beach. Yep, that's it. We have to light all the campfires and fix everything that still needs. 6 areas still have stuff to fix. Somewhere.
It's not a streaming goal, but I would like to watch another Godzilla with Danny and by her crew. I mean the massive collection of waifs and strays who have flocked to her banner.
Here we go.
It's a nice banner. It's got like pink and purple in that.
Yeah. And I've been enjoying the movies that we put on. Yeah, if anyone is not currently in our Discord, we sort of started just on Thursdays hosting movie night of all varieties, generally action movies.
And more specifically, frequently martial arts action movies.
Yes, very, very frequently. For home. Also, we've watched like all of the Godzillas.
Most of the Godzillas.
All the ones worth watching.
Yeah, the ones that are fit to watch. I'm not putting on Son of Godzilla. It has some ideas and messages, but it's very boring.
Is the idea and message that don't be born a Godzilla?
Kinda.
Because as soon as the titular son of Godzilla arrives upon this earth, he gets beat up by monsters.
Yeah, 3 Kamakuras just come out of the audience and start beating them with steel chairs.
About the only good part of the movie, from what I understand.
Oh, I don't know. There's that part where Godzilla gives one of them the Boss Man Slam. That's pretty good.
I love old Godzilla movies. They're just so silly.
Now, if you were speaking to me, you could have said, I love Godzilla movies. I'm not that old.
We destroyed this child's boat.
With time, they'll come to forgive you.
Only hope. So much stuff around. I don't really need to build much anymore. I guess it's repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Built her a new boat.
Pretty good one. He has to say it.
Hey, what? About your boat. What boat? Ah, yes. The one you blatantly destroyed for no reason? That boat? Yeah. Want to make it up for this. So, here's a gift for you. Gift? Yeah, go near the beach.
It was already near the beach, but who's counting?
What? You gave me a new boat? Whoa! Not exactly the same as the one you had, but I hope you'll like it anyway. It's beautiful, I love it, thank you. Cool now? You bet we're cool now. Look at that magnificent boat. I'm gonna play with it right now. All is well.
Said Dima, standing completely still.
Surprised that didn't count as a quest. Like, that wasn't in my quest markers.
Something to do, I suppose.
Yeah, I feel like finding the stuff that I'm missing is the hard part.
Oh.
Used to be a lake here. We're carrying too much. Going. Good. Right, we have a weight capacity. That's the thing.
Time for more Ferris wheels.
Dead Lake. Aptly named. Can you show me the direction to the child I'm supposed to be playing hide and seek with?
Do you want me to look that up?
Deal. Need to do is figure out how to find things that I haven't repaired. Probably build some more,
Some...
I want to talk. Marketplace.
Yeah, that is an easy way to use your resources, and it's a useful way to...
Clear things up when we've got just so much. And we don't need 80-something mushrooms.
That's true.
Probably use more wood.
Is a resource you frequently...
Okay. Have lots of money. Man, it's just a matter of finding where the stuff that needs repairing is. I wonder if I can mostly find them if I follow the roads instead of going off-road.
That seems like a safe bet. It also seems safe to bet that Chachi is going to stand up and hydrate.
Okay. Like here. Get fixed a fence. First we need to figure out where we are. Okay, so that's Old Castle is the raised Black Tower. Doing sure. Black Tower is Oh, but there's metal to collect. Certainly wasn't there before. Fabric here. Bucket here. Wheel here. Who keeps leaving all this stuff around? Leaving all this stuff around my base. Possible to go inside the tower. Unfortunately, no. It's not very safe. Precious gem. The precious gem is gone. I have found it. Beacon is lit. House is going with this pile of rocks. No, it's a completely natural pile of rocks. Do nothing with. Back where we started. I always appreciate in games like this when in late game you are given things that help you find this sort of stuff. So you're not just meandering around lost. Like, of course I like it best when it's early game, but still, just having a way to point you in the direction that you slightly more than there's stuff in this area that needs, which is still useful. It's at least something to go off of. Everything is good here. Exactly north. Everything north of here. Something needs. It's probably only like one thing per area, considering the percentage that I'm sitting on.
How'd you know?
No, but it's 86.
Ah.
How far does the Black Tower range? Not very. Very compact area. That's probably it. Yep, that's fixed. Okay. Oh, abandoned mill's all good. Well, almost everything aside from Yellowfields actually needs on the raised. Let's start getting
Fires.
while we're down here.
Dude, maybe you will 100% this.
And I intend to, whether it's done on screen or not is
That's
the
the question currently turning over.
Freak. Give me your money.
Guitar solo.
Fuck. Westman. Wishing. Oh. Wonder how long in-game fires do last.
Sure. I don't even remember it. Do they come down lit?
I don't think so. I think I have to light them. And I haven't really been. Wood. I don't need to be collecting everything at this point.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be distracted, and what kind of life is that?
It's false raid. No, I will not make that joke every time. Promise.
You know, you saying that out loud does sort of crystallize the fact that I think I would actually. It's been a long time. I would actually like to watch those.
Lord of the Rings movies?
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
not the extended editions.
The reasonable length editions.
The ones that you can sit through with, like, maybe one bathroom break.
Yeah. Well, we can make a month out of it.
There are 3 of them.
2 weeks.
So change.
Mm-hmm. We're not watching The Hobbit. Any of them. Oh, maybe the original.
Oh, you mean
The animated. That you like.
the one by the Rankin and Bass studio?
Yeah.
Suppose we could. I do really miss the fact that in all of the releases that are digital, for some reason, they take some of the sound effects out. It's very strange. All-day extended Lord of the Rings marathon, drop in and drop out.
I actually have a friend that does that as like a Christmas tradition or like New Year's.
Oh, so like people are just welcome to come by the house as they please?
And I don't know if it's drop in, drop out, but he watches Lord of the Rings, all 3 of the movies, possibly the extended editions.
Isn't that like 16 hours of movies or something insane?
Possibly, but he really loves them, so I'm not going to fault him for it.
What I'm saying is that you can watch a lot more than 16 hours if you pick your films right.
Why are y'all hanging around here? Just not doing anything.
They're chilling out.
Sorry, what? 3 remaining. 1 is upstairs. Lots of money there. Alright, so around. Probably a not this broken ass tractor. Attempts have been made.
Tractor is a point of interest.
Yes. Yes. That's not all of it.
See what it looks.
These keep throwing me off because they've got these broken bits to them. Metal and stuff to collect. Oh, I can't call the balloon from here.
Very least, that speeds things up. In terms of
Yeah.
moving from place. I don't know if it's going to help with seeing stuff that is broken.
It might help. Bird's eye view. All good. Mm. Is decently sized, although it doesn't actually cover the field as far as marker. A very slow way to get.
The thing that would help is if, while you are in the hot air balloon riding around, objects that ending had some sort of subtle highlight to them.
Yeah, that would be nice. Hey, a chest. We're not going after that.
Oh, you're gonna.
That looks like
Two.
too much build. Several books. One person up. Not too much. Probably more. Check on the trees.
No, that is not fun.
Where we said goodbye to Grandma. I can just hop out.
Why is the little man jiggling like that right now?
He's having a grand time. Oh, there's a light. Oh, you. Yes. Those are hard to see.
They can be.
That's Pilgrim's Peak. Done.
That leaves.
Yellow Fields and the other two. Snowy area. Yellowfield, Fertile Rock. Oh, and Old Castle. That's his name. Slowly we float.
By inch. Gust by gust.
Think you never want to go up in a hot air balloon?
Absolutely. No.
Quick answer. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to either, honestly.
What is your reasoning?
You're just being held up by a slight bit of fabric and fire.
It's a fascinating application of technology, and it does seem pretty neat, but I don't know how you get down safely. Some kind of disaster.
Far away. But we're almost there. However, it's nighttime. We can't see shit. Probably just sleep at one of these. Yes.
Yeah, having a nap would help.
Bird's eye view is helping. Are? Get hurt the rock.
Spots up.
I can make one.
Stopping it.
Now spent a week in the park. Oh, right, thank you. I was so focused on sleeping. That's all the fires lit, so now we just need to fires. Tengai. Tengai, the giant turtle who looks like a rock, is now named Tengai.
Sure.
There's to Old Castle, rock, and 95% of park. Mine.
Why is everything magenta?
Sun's coming up.
Alright, but, like, does that make a weird magenta fog happen?
I guess.
What's going on here?
Can't see anything. Sleeping did nothing. Wait until it's a little bit.
Broken fences.
Yes. That's done.
Go to the north.
This way. Free.
Oh, broken tool. Castle.
Yep.
Yeah, these, yeah. So,
Yeah.
there is, of course, the missing child.
Yeah. I don't even remember where we met them, like what the rules were. Like, I ain't got a clue where I'm supposed to find this kid.
Finished without a trace.
I just hope they're not still waiting. I think that.
Yes, it is.
Wait a minute. Whatever I'm missing. There. Just a stick somewhere. Be frustrating because that shit's hard to find in all this mess. All in all, it did pretty well as far as finding the stuff to fix, though.
I will say that conceptually it is very funny that you're more or less just kind of driving this hot air balloon right along the footpaths. Impolite, but it's very funny.
I'm up a bit.
That basket is scuffing. Now you're up.
Hi, hi, hi. Have you seen a kid playing hide and seek?
I think, Max, that might be she.
So far, running along footpaths has not proven us wrong. 11 is... Must be
towards a band. Covered up by the post-it.
Just figure out what general area. Where?
Right.
Oh, yep, it's sick. Maintain the park. Park is maintained. Hey, and now it's just the kid. Playing hide and seek with Adriana. I have no idea where she's hiding. Yeah, let's just see. Because this park is huge and getting around is very slow. If I could type.
This is, you have to go back and forth across the park and talk to different people. Don't know if it's happening.
No, she's in the Black Tower Reef.
Well, then the game's afoot.
Yep. We're just gonna leg it. It's so slow. Flying. I don't need that, Max! Hotel. That end. I could probably just that up. Yeah. Bitch!
Goodness gracious.
Rude. Close.
I think your favorite thing is about our protagonist here.
Round.
Kind of a roundy guy, that's true.
Round, you got the wiggles. Hiding under the cliff arch near the old construction site, west of the town. Yep, there she is. You found me! Wasn't easy. Wondering if you'd ever find me. It's been days. Last time I played, I stayed hidden for 2 days. I think it's been 3. Wow. My friends still haven't found me. Actually, I can't find them either. Oh. Well, you found me.
Don't think about the missing children.
However... that means that there's a quest that I don't have yet. Because that didn't trigger the achievement.
It didn't cost.
Oh, that I will do off stream, because I have no idea where that might be. I'll have to compare, like, a quest list to what I've completed.
Well, in that case, do you have any final thoughts for our viewers?
Game good. This is a nice, fun, chill game.
Succinct.
Yeah. So, let's see. Lots of options, but our buddy Jeff is doing Dark Souls Remaster.
That's where you...
Yeah, we don't often have a chance to send over to Jeff. Let's just make sure he's still going. Oh, he's been going almost 3 hours. But there's a cutscene happening, so... Type, let's send over to Jeff a Ghost. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Good
See
night.
you soon.